Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah Lasisi, and today we'll be cutting a pencil skirt. In order to do that, we'll be needing our measurement, the length of the skirt, waist, hip, and waist to hip. So the waist to hip here is 9. So put our 9 inches here. 9. Gonna connect the lines together. So this is the front, so it's good to label your pattern. Let me label mine. This is the front, right? This is the hip, this is the waist, and this is the center front. Okay, after getting that, you have to divide your waist by 4. The waist we are using here is 37. 37 divided by 4 is 9.25. So you put it here and mark your 9.25. Then we have to add that allowance. So the that allowance we are adding is 1 inches. So 1 inches for that. Note this pattern we are cutting, we've not added allowance yet to it. It's just for that we just added to it now. For that 1 inches. Now we have to open the dart. To get your dart line, you have to use your bus pan, which is, in order to get your bus pan, you divide your waist by 8. If I divide 37 by 8, it gives me 4.5. So I'll put my 4.5 here. Then I will come up by 2 inches from the hip line. 2 inches. Then put my 4.5 here. And mark. And connect the lines together. The dart line. Then now we have to open our darts. In order to do that, we open our dart by ½ inches. This ½ inches here. ½ inches here too. Then it connects straight down. Like this, you connect the darts together to the line, the 7 inches line. After connecting the darts together, you now get the hip. You divide your hip by 4, and we are using 44. 44 divided by 4 gives us 11. So we'll put our hip allowance here. Then now, we've not getting the length of our skirt yet. So the length we are using for this skirt is 26. 26. 26. 26. So you connect it together with a straight line. And this is the M line. M line. Okay. Please always remember to label your patterns. So now, you know we've divided the hip. So now we'll go to the M line. We minus 2 inches from the hip to the hem line. 11 minus 2 gives us 9. So we'll put our 9 inches here. Now we'll connect the lines together. In order to do that, you connect the waist to the hip. Waist to hip first. After connecting the waist to the hip, you connect the hip to the hem line. You come in, connect the hip to the hem line. hip to the hemline. So now you give it a little shape with your curve, and if you don't have curve, you can see the hip is already out. So now you come up, you come to the waistline again, you come up here by ½ inches. Then you come down from the center front by 1 inches. You can see by the side front, I came in by 1 inch, ½ inches. This is the ½ inches here. Then by the center front, I came down by 1 inch. Then you connect like this. Connect with the curve ruler. So this is the front pattern. So now let's cut the back pattern. So we are done with the front. Now we are going to the back. I drop 1 inches here for my startup line. Then now we'll come down and mark the hip line. You know, for the front we use 9 inches for the hip line. We still use the same 9 inches too for the back. So this is the 9 inches hip line. Then 9 inches hip line. So let's connect. And you remember, for the front skirt block, we used 26 inches for the length. So this one too is the 26 inches. This is 26 inches for the length of the back skirt too. So now, and I've gone ahead to divide this block. This block you're seeing here is my hip, 11 inches. So now we divide the waist by 4. Waist divided, 37 divided by 4 gives me 9.25. So we'll mark it here, 9.25, and we add 1 inches for our darts allowance. 1 inches for the darts. So this is the 1 inches. Then now we have to get our dart line. In order to do that, you use your bust span, and my bust span, to get your bust span, you divide your waist by 4. 37 divided by 8 gives me 4.5. Then you drop it here and you come down here, come up from your hip line by 2 inches, 2 inches, and you mark 4.5. Then you connect the lines together. Connect the lines together, 4.5. Please do subscribe on my channel, please. And when you continue, please keep watching. I will show you how to do on this pattern. Please keep watching. I have something to show you guys on how to get your back vent. So stick with me, please. So you come in, you open your dart by half inches, then you connect it downward. You connect it to this mark here. Connect with a ruler or your curve. So you connect it like this. You can see the way I'm connecting it. So now we now divide our hip by 4. 44 divided by 4 gives us 11, and you can see this is 11. The box is 11 already. So we connect our waist to the hip line. Our waist to the hip on a straight line like this. Then now you get your back length. The vent length, sorry to say, you use 10 inches for your length, your vent opening. 10 inches. and you mark this 10 inches. Before then, you come out here by half inches. This half inches is for the back shaping. You shape it. You shape it like this. Half inches. Then now for the vent opening, we use 1.5 for the vent extension. 1.5 here for the vent extension. 1.5. 1.5. So now we connect. Okay. We connect on a straight line. If you want your skirt to be longer than this, you can still do that. My own length is 27. It's on my nail. Then you connect it together on a straight line. So then you come to the waistline by half inches. You come up by half inches on the waistline. So you make the line to touch the half inches here. Then you connect to this first dart leg. You connect it to the first dart leg like this. I'm coming now. Trying to place my curve on the first dart leg like this. So now let's go ahead and cut it. Okay, we are done with the cutting now. We have to cut the band, and if you can see, I came down for the front by 1 inches. 1 inches to avoid those bulge, or yes, avoid those bulge in our skirts. That's why I came down from 1 inches from the center front. So now we mark our band. The band, we are using 1.5 for the band. The wideness of the band 1.5. So you connect like this, 1.5. You know this line is not straight, so we have to follow it like that. 1.5. 1.5. Then 1.5. I'm coming. Okay. So we connect like this. Connect the lines together of the band. You know the band is not straight because of the alteration we did at the center front. You know we came down by 1 inches. Now you do the same thing here too. Okay, so you have to connect the darts too. You know our band does not have darts. It's not going to have the dart, but we have to use it to close it up. Close the dart up before cutting it on our fabric. On the band, we'll close the dart on the band or before cutting it on our fabric. So now let's cut this. We are done with the front band. Let's cut the back band too. You know we use 1.5 for the front. We use the same 1.5 too for the back band. The width, the wideness of the band, 1.5. The way we do it for the front, we do it again for the back too. Connect it. connect with the straight line like this. Same thing here too. Okay, so now we connect the lines together. Okay, and now we cut it out. So before cutting it out, you have to connect the dots. The straight line. So we can fold it before cutting on the fabric. That's why I'm doing it like this. Okay. Okay, this is the center back. You label your pattern center back, side, back. So now you know the dart, you fold it inside like this and use your office pin to hold it down. Come in. Hold it down like this. This is how we'll cut it on the fabric. We fold our dart in. Fold it in like this. And cut out. Okay, we are through with this. Now let's cut on fabric. I have placed my fabric on fold because this is the front. If you can see, I placed it on fold, and I've gone ahead to mark the allowance. I added 1.5 inches for the side for the allowance, and for the up I added half inches for the sewing allowance. Then the down here I added 2 inches for folding. This is the band, the center front band. I added half inches for width for the up and the down. Then the side front I added 1.5 inches too. So now let's cut. Done with that. Okay. So now I've gone ahead to mark the back too. I added 1.5 inches for the back allowance. Then for the zip, for the center back, for the zip I added half inches for the center back, and for the vent too I added half inches down. Then I added 2 inches for the folding allowance. Then this is the band. The band is cut separately, so and I'll be cutting 4 of these, but why for the front is 2. So let's cut it so I can show you guys. Let's cut so I can show you guys. Okay, so now let's cut. Half inches for zip allowance. to, now we have to, okay. Okay, it's the same thing.